Collins, I'm sure you've also been following this West African nationals and all the controversies surrounding it.
My dear brother, Ablakwa.
Okay. Why? You have an issue with him?
Oh, I cannot say that I am an expert in international diplomacy.
Okay.
But we all read. And I think on this occasion, he made a big mistake. It's as simple as that. His initial comment on this whole issue were misplaced. It's as simple as that. His point that MOUs do not constitute an agreement and therefore should not come to Parliament is in clear contravention of what happened in the Supreme Court judgment. It's very clear. And I've just been assisted with some reports of what he said in Parliament. He himself,
okay,
Okudzeto Ablakwa,
okay,
when it comes to the issue of MOUs.
Okay.
And with your permission, just let me read it. There's a portion of it.
Right.
The judgment reveals that, Mr. Speaker, that raises a matter that judges stress on page 4 of the judgment. Mr. Speaker, the Supreme Court said that, and with your permission, I quote, the Constitution of Ghana bears no distinction between executive and non-executive agreements. Mr. Speaker, this judgment now means that every note verbal and every of understanding that the government of Ghana enters into with another foreign entity must come to Parliament for ratification. Quote, Okudzeto Ablakwa. This was he himself in his element on the floor of Parliament, arguing so forcefully that even note verbals constitutes an agreement that must come to Parliament for ratification. Now you are given an opportunity as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and you are holding press conferences and telling us that because it's an MOU, it should not come to Parliament, which is a clear contravention or contradiction with the Constitution, especially with what the Supreme Court judge had said in his judgment in 2017. Now he goes ahead to say that they accepted them on humanitarian grounds. Humanitarian grounds. And then 2 weeks later, he comes back to say that, oh, this time it's not on humanitarian grounds. And that we did so in exchange of a reversal of the punitive measures that the United States government gave Ghana with regards to visas. I mean, you cannot have this kind of double standards. Clearly, he was wrong. He was totally wrong. You have about 180-something members of Parliament. You don't have any issue. Just bring it to Parliament, follow the right processes in accordance with the judgment of the Supreme Court, get to ratification. His fear was that if that MOU had come to Parliament, we would have known that the reason why they are accepting the deportees is because they want something in response. That is it. It's as clear as that. He simply goofed. Badly. Badly. And as I said, that's why I started, is that my other dear brother, we are always happy for colleagues, young ones, assuming such positions. But there's nothing wrong in taking your time to learn as quickly as possible. You have to get information from even your directors and everybody around you in order for you to be well grounded when you're making such statements. That MOUs should not come to Parliament for ratification. Even after the Supreme Court judgment, when you yourself, Okudzeto Ablakwa, on the floor of Parliament, and I have the hazard here, if you want me to forward it to you, so you beam it on your screens. He himself on the floor of Parliament, arguing that even note verbal should receive parliamentary ratification. Now, as foreign minister, they are telling us that MOU do not constitute agreement. They do not constitute agreement.
Maybe it's a different kind of MOU.
Which MOU is that?
Verbal agreement.
What verbal agreement?
Okay.
Well, what happened is in breach of the Constitution. It's as simple as that. He should have the respect and the candor to accept that he goofed, he made a mistake. We'll move on from there. But for him to come and tell us that That was the first. We are doing it on humanitarian grounds. These are West Africans, and that the ECOWAS protocols even allows West Africans to enter Ghana. And now, question, I just put it rightly: were they forced here or they came here voluntarily? Is that what the ECOWAS protocol says? That you can be handcuffed and put in a plane and dumped in another country, and because you come from West Africa, you should accept that it's part of West Africa protocols. What kind of argument is this? What kind of argument is this?
Okay.
And people were even celebrating the reversal of the 3 months to 5 years.
Yes.
He himself, he was shaking hands with the state officer and beaming with smile that now he has been able to turn. As if he had.
Aren't you happy that now you can take?
As if he has struck some international.
So aren't you happy?
Take your time. He did it when he was doing the presentation. It's as if he has struck some a diplomatic victory. When indeed it's an exchange of deportees. As if he had gone there to make some arguments and convince the American government to do the changes, and touting himself that we are back 5 years. Not knowing that 5 years is in response to accepting deportees. And he told us that it's on the humanitarian grounds.
You don't like the 5 years, me, I like. Let's move on.
No, we are not moving on. Take your time. I'm not done with my submission.
Okay.
Why do you want to move on? Why? Why? You don't want to call out the foreign first minister for making a mistake, giving us international embarrassment. You don't want to call him out. And you are saying that we should move on to another 5 years. This is the crux of the matter. They break the constitution. And he says that he did this with the support and advice of the Attorney General. I will be shocked if the Ayine I know, the Dr. Ayine I know, gave this legal opinion that the MOU should not come to Parliament. I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked on the basis of even the Supreme Court's ruling to have our Attorney General advise Ablakwa that don't worry, the MOU does not constitute any agreement, so don't bring it to Parliament. So as we sit here now, the Ghana government, through the foreign minister, can go and sign MOUs. And because it's an MOU, it will not come to Parliament. Is that what you're telling us?
But if indeed, indeed, it was Dominic Ayine who told him.
And I'm saying that yes.
His analysis of whatever conversation happened between him and the American government. This one does not fall under the category of Article 77, Article 75. So feel free to let them come. How do you then blame Ablakwa?
I am saying that I will be surprised. And I know Ayine, he will not give this kind of advice. Even if the Attorney General gives you this advice, based on E. Ablakwa's own argument on the floor of Parliament, with his experience, with his own experience.
I mean, he should defy that.
I'm saying he himself, should I read the Hansard again for you?
He's not a lawyer.
Should I read the Hansard?
No.
Should I repeat?
I'm
saying that.
But I'm saying that his opinion.
I'm saying the
cannot override that of the Attorney General, can it?
When this judgment came out,
yes, you mean on
the floor of Parliament, even Ablakwa told us,
yes,
that based on this judgment, even note verbals should come to Parliament.
Yeah, that is his interpretation.
Oh,
his
fantastic.
understanding.
So now his understanding has changed.
Based on what the Attorney General said.
His understanding, after becoming the Foreign Affairs Minister, has changed.
Yeah, but you don't.
Take your time. I know you are playing the devil's. You are playing the devil's advocate. You are working as a journalist.
You work based.
You are playing the devil's advocate. You are doing well. I am saying that. Amoro, don't defend the indefensible. Don't defend that.
Master, now
he's saying that he listened to.
You disagree with him. That's fine.
Yes, yeah, I disagree with you. No.
Okay.
I am saying that based on Ablakwa's own comment on the floor of Parliament, he cannot come back and tell us that MOUs do not constitute an agreement, and so it should not come to Parliament for ratification.
Yes, according to Attorney General.
He cannot say that.
Okay.
You see, to be fair,
all right.
I think we should go to the text of the Constitution.
Okay.
Mas, are you?
Yes, please.
Yes. Article 71 says the President, that's clause 1, may execute or cause to be executed treaties, agreements, or conventions in the name of Ghana.
Yes.
2, a treaty, agreement, or convention executed by or under the authority of the president shall be subject to ratification by A, Act of Parliament, or B, a resolution of Parliament supported by the votes of more than 1/2 of all members of Parliament.
Yes.
Now, interpretation. It doesn't even have to be written.
Really?
Yes. It doesn't even have to be written. Conventions are not always written.
Yes.
So even just an understanding between our government and another government, which may not even be written, needs parliamentary ratification. Is that clear?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It is.
So it's quite clear.
But then you can
It's quite
also
clear.
perhaps grant the minister the fact that maybe he was motivated or actuated by genuine intentions.
Right.
I wouldn't also take that away from him. No, seriously.
I get you, but I'm going to say, the reason why I am worried about this is that the minister himself, when this thing, in fact, when Nana Addo Akufo-Addo signed an agreement, some MOU with La Côte d'Ivoire, with regards cocoa pricing,
Yes, yes, yes.
he argued on the floor
Oh, okay.
that alone constitutes, on the basis of the judgment of the Supreme Court, constitutes an agreement that should come back to Parliament for ratification.
Now, I don't even think that we need to go to the judgment of the Supreme Court.
You mean it's clear?
Because
Yes.
the Constitution is so very clear.
Yes.
You understand?
So this whole issue about
you
we are
don't
doing
actually
so on
need a
humanitarian
judgment
grounds,
of the
and then we are going to we are accepting our brothers from ECOWAS and all those things. It's neither here nor there. Now, when he was pushed by one journalist, he changed the narrative from humanitarianism now to what? A barter trade.
Yeah, but you should,
Give
have,
me-
also,
give me
you
the
should have
parties.
also been less critical on humanitarian grounds and on old school boyism grounds. You should have been less critical.
How?
On old school boyism grounds. You all went to a Presec.
No,
And
if
look at
he
how
went to
critical you've
Presec,
been.
I went to
on this
Presec. That
matter.
is why I want him to succeed.
Okay, all right.
That is why I want him to succeed.
Okay.
And I'm saying that this initial thing from my brother is starting on the wrong footing.
Okay.
Totally wrong.
All right.